This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Right, so I got asked if I could, I don't know, attempt some more modern tones, and I don't really know what modern actually means, but presumably I was looking at the Metallurgy plugin, which is at Plugin Alliance at the moment, is on offer. If you are interested in that sort of thing, these plugins from Line 6 are kind of like the standalone version of like a little curated selection of amps from the Helix, and some things which aren't in the Helix at the moment as well. But one of the things that is in the Helix is the Archetype Clean. I was using Metallurgy for the clean intro, and then I used Helix Native for the lead. But the Archetype Clean is based on the PRS Archon. Now it's essentially a very clean. But also like very potentially warm. So here I've got the drive at 5, bass at 4, mids at 5, treble at 5, presence at 5, channel volume at 8.8, turn the master up to 8.4. But one of the really key things here is this depth here, which I've got at 7. So depth is like sort of like the resonance thing that you get in Soldano and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the trouser moving stuff. So if I turn this up to like 7.5 or something like that, you get some really cool, big, warm tones, and probably a little bit fuller than a Fender Twin or something like that, especially because of that depth control, which, as I say, is on the last page. Also, you've got a bright switch, so two very important controls that are all the way at the end there. By the way, I'm going into the Cali V30 cab, 160 ribbon, 1 inch away, and then same cab but with a 57 mic, so like a 2 classic mic setup. So then my delay settings that I really like tend to be something like this. If I'm using a dual delay, so 375 on one side, 500 on the other, 71, 62, 22, 22, and then I don't have the modulation on. Let's turn the trails on though, and then you get something that So I don't know if you would define that as being a modern tone or not, actually, but it's based on a modern amp, so maybe that counts. But yeah, this is an amp that I've neglected for many years. I guess one of the first demos I ever did with Helix Native, I actually used the archetype lead. So I've got this on the switch here, so we can switch between the two amp models, and I might also switch a gate on with this. So if I press this in, gate, controller, foot switch 1, then at the moment we want it on, and if I press save then, so what's happening now is that I turn between clean and dirty amp and also turn the gate on, but that needs to be the other way around. That's not working as I intended. So what do I do? Press here, on, off, swap it around the other way. Let's see, does that now work? Now with clean off and the dirty on. Perfect. Right, so good. Now the archetype lead is again a similar sort of deal. Like it's a modern drive, so more drive than you'd get on something like a Marshall or anything like that. So we got the drive up at 6.1, the bass at 2, mid to 8.6, treble at 4.9, presence at 1.6, channel volume at 9.3, master at 4, so turn that up to get more power amp kind of stuff. And then we got a depth control here, which again does the same sort of thing, giving you more fullness in the bottom end. And I had this all the way up to 10 for the video, so you hear the difference. So if I'm wanting tighter tones, I can keep the bass a bit lower and then also keep the drive where it is. I can keep the bass lower and then dial it back in the power amp section, or equally you could do the opposite. But I really like this just by itself for kind of lead tones. It kind of works really well. At the moment the gate's a bit aggressive, so I'll take that down. But yeah, let me know if you want me to drop this into the folder. It's just I think I wanted to remind two really cool amp models, and you can actually fit them in to the same preset, which is cool. You could even, I imagine, get a compressor up front if you wanted. But yeah, have a little play with that. If you were looking for modern tones, I guess that sort of fits into that description. Hopefully. I'll catch you in another video soon. And as I say, the Metallurgy plugins are on offer at the moment at Plugin Alliance. If you were thinking about trying those out, this might be a good time. I think there's free trials as well. Cheers for now.